It's 2023 and I really don't understand why coming out is such a big deal anymore. And Billie Eilish would agree with that. Over the weekend, she officially confirmed her coming out as queer and people freaked out. Some in a good way and some in a bad way. The bad way being about over 100,000 people, being the exact amount of followers that she's lost since officially coming out last month. Let's explore why coming out is a big deal still and why she lost all of those followers. Now, Billie Eilish is no stranger to people talking shit online about her. From body shaming to people hating on the person that she's dating, one of which I kind of completely understand, but shaming her really wasn't the way to go about that. She's been getting comments on how she lives her life since she was about 14 or 15. Jesus, that's so sad to think that the internet thinks it's okay to comment on a young girl's life like that, but anyway. And some of the comments that she's gotten in more recent years has been about her queerbaiting. For those of you who don't know what queerbaiting is, it's where someone hints at being queer or part of the LGBTQ+ community without actually acknowledging or letting people know that that's who they are, which is totally fine if you are not ready to come out yet, but unfortunately a lot of artists do use queerbaiting in their content a lot and people aren't happy about that. The singer notably faced these queerbaiting allegations in 2021 after her music video Lost Cause came out that featured her and other girls at a slumber party being really flirty, and people got upset with that. Eilish's response to all of this was a screenshot of the video and the caption that simply said, "I love girls," and people were not happy about that. Here are just some of the comments that she got in response to this. The new Billie Eilish MV is queerbaiting no matter which way you look at it. If she's not WLW, stop defending her. It's just how friends act. I hate to break it to you, but I don't look at my female friends like I'm in love with them at sleepovers and lay half naked on top of them. Is Billie Eilish bi, or did I just watch 4 minutes of queerbaiting done by a straight person? Did Billie Eilish just come out, or is she queerbaiting, or does she mean platonic hello? And at the time, I really understand why people were upset about this. As someone who's part of the LGBTQ+ community myself, it is really frustrating to see straight celebrities queerbaiting to get some kind of a reaction, whether it's from the queer community or the straight community. It's just frustrating. And again, at the time, she had stated multiple times that she was straight, which always low-key surprised me because I thought her song I Wish You Were Gay was about a girl that she liked, and I always kind of assumed that. So when I heard that, oh, she wasn't gay, I was like, oh, that's weird. That is why I think a lot of people were surprised when she did her interview last month. So technically this is a month-old thing. And people are just freaking out about it now. So technically she did come out last month in a Variety interview where she stated, "I never really felt like I could relate to girls very much. I love them so much. I love them as people. I'm attracted to them as people. I'm attracted to them for real." She also talked about her gender in this interview, which I personally found most interesting because I love hearing bigger name people talk about that kind of stuff. But when I first saw this going around the internet, my first thought was, oh, Billie Eilish just came out. That's dope. I hope she doesn't get like a lot of hate for it. But apparently that interview wasn't enough for some people to get the hint, because over the weekend she was attending another event. When asked if she had intended to come out in that article, she said this: "No, I didn't. I just kind of thought, wasn't it obvious? I didn't realize people didn't know. I just don't really believe in it. I just think, why can't we just exist? I've been doing this for a long time and I didn't talk about it. Whoops. I saw the article and I was like, oh, I guess I came out today. Okay, cool. But it's exciting to me because I guess people didn't know. So it's cool that they know." It was also revealed in multiple articles over this weekend that since that first initial interview in November, Eilish has lost over 100,000 followers on Instagram. And that's not the first time this has happened to the singer. She also lost about the same amount of followers in 2021 when she did her corset shoot. But it does say a lot more about the 100,000 people who decided to unfollow her now than it did back then. And here's what some fans have to say about the be 100k loss. I miss this, but she'll gain 5 times more. Weird that any real fan thinks less of Billie just because she's gay. This is a win for her, TBH. It's 100,000 homophobes she doesn't need in her life. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. I think it's ridiculous and homophobic to unfollow an artist, or anyone for that matter, just for coming out of the closet. It really does say more about the people who unfollowed her than it does about who she actually is as a person. She hasn't changed. She's just letting us in on something about herself. And that's such an amazing thing to do. She has taken to Instagram to clap back at the hate that she's been getting with this post. And I really do hope people can just let this go in the future. I 100% agree with her statement. Why can't we just exist? And hopefully coming out won't be such a big deal in the future. I think this is a prime example of why we need to make coming out something that isn't that big of a deal anymore, especially in our day and age. I know coming out is very, very important to people. Trust me, I know it was for me. However, I very much like the concept that Janelle Monáe has so much better and calling it coming in as opposed to coming out. They describe it as you're bringing people into who you are. You're allowing them a unique opportunity to further understand how you see yourself, which I think is such a beautiful way to think about it and go about it. And it makes it so much more powerful as you're making it about yourself and your experience, and not letting your coming out be about the other person and the other person's reaction. It's my hope that as we learn to accept people for who they are, we won't see this kind of thing really happen again to other people who are just trying to be their most authentic selves. And luckily for Billie, she does have a lot of people who are supportive and love her. Luckily for her, she's been getting more comments like this. Everyone's talking about Billie Eilish coming out, and I kind of feel sorry for her because she didn't want to make it a big deal, and now every news page is reporting about it. Let the poor girl live. I'm glad she became comfortable enough to reveal this about herself. Good for her. And she's been getting thousands more comments like these on Instagram and X, so I'm really happy about that. I know this probably doesn't make up for the hate she's gotten, but I do hope that she focuses on the positive message from the fans who genuinely care about her. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that over 100,000 people would unfollow someone just for coming out. Like, it's so weird to me. I don't understand why. Why? I don't get it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.